Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged. No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie, but you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat. Rachel is literally the star of a Disney movie, and she acts like she's some sort of victim, and that's the sort of mentality that is just poisoning people's minds. Like she acts like her life is so bad. I truly do believe that there's something wrong with her. She's disturbed, she's unhappy, and she thinks it's about feminism and the patriarchy and about abortion, but the reality is she's just not stable. And you know the saying, go woke, get broke. And Disney's going to lose money on this movie, and I believe it only made less than $1 million in China. And if you disagree with the sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks. Rachel Zegler has officially gone dark, just days after Disney allegedly demanded financial restitution for the catastrophic Snow White flop. The embattled actress has reportedly fled the spotlight, and not just metaphorically. Sources now claim she boarded an international flight and touched down in Dubai, raising serious questions about what she's running from and what she's trying to protect. Every time she speaks, she gets less likable. There's some clip of her on the internet in her Snow White outfit saying, "Every hour I am in the outfit of Snow White, wearing the dress. All 18 hours I deserve to be paid for every single one." Oh, really? Are you having trouble paying your bills, Rachel? Did Steven Spielberg not pay you for your role in West Side Story? Did Disney fail to give you a healthy paycheck for Cry Me a River? She's just exactly everything that we can't stand. I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online. Fans are stunned. Industry insiders are buzzing, and Disney, they're allegedly furious. This sudden disappearance comes on the heels of massive backlash, viral outrage, and behind-scenes legal drama. Insiders say Disney executives were already exploring their options, from invoking morality clauses to pulling bonus payments when Zegler quietly slipped away from Hollywood. No press, no sightings, just a vanishing act that now has people wondering if this is more than a PR retreat. Is this strategic avoidance? What's fueling the speculation is the timing. Zegler's departure came right after reports surfaced that Disney held an emergency meeting to evaluate her potential liability in the Snow White disaster. Alex, what has been the reaction to Disney's latest expensive own goal? Well, the reaction has been absolutely horrible. It is the worst box office from a Disney live-action remake that they've ever done. And I mean, they're projected to lose between $200 and $400 million on this. The thing that really shocks me about this story, Disney and in all these media companies, they invest hundreds of millions of dollars into these projects, right? Have they ever thought about maybe like a little bit of I don't know, vulnerability study, opposition, research, that sort of thing before you go and hire some Zoomer who's a lunatic? Some believe the studio is preparing to take legal action. Others suggest confidential negotiations are already underway, but Zegler's silence paired with her sudden overseas move is making fans ask, is she ducking the media or dodging something bigger like lawyers? What would you say to those who are just kind of overly critiquing the film at this point? You've worked so hard on it. Get across the block here. All right. Congrats, Rachel. And here's where it gets even more suspicious. While her team insists she's simply taking time to reset, social media detectives have been piecing together clues that hint at something deeper. Deleted comments, private jet tracking, a scrubbed itinerary, with no confirmation on when or if she plans to return. Questions are growing by the hour. Has Rachel Zegler truly gone off the grid? Or is she orchestrating a quiet escape from the biggest brand in Hollywood? Disney is reportedly in full-blown damage control mode, and the situation is spiraling faster than anyone expected, following the massive underperformance of the highly anticipated Snow White remake, which some sources estimate may result in a staggering $250 million loss. High executives are said to be scrambling behind the scenes. One of the most explosive rumors that Disney may be pressuring its leading actress, Rachel Zegler, to financially contribute toward the fallout. This woman shown here is not the actual woman playing Snow White, but the woman playing Snow White is named Rachel Zegler. And she and Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, were caught on the red carpet. This is actually from September of 2022, but it's resurfaced now because the movie's coming out, talking about what we should expect from Snow White. You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that? I just mean that it's no longer 1937 and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is. She's not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. Oh my God. Nobody wants a movie about true love. What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love? Eliana, the outrage. According to multiple insider accounts, the studio held a private closed-door meeting in the wake of the film's opening weekend. The focus of that meeting allegedly was whether or not Zegler's controversial behavior in the lead-up to the release constituted a breach of her contract. Her press tour was filled with eyebrow-raising moments from dismissive comments about the original 1937 film too. Political statements that alienated a large portion of the fan base. These weren't just PR missteps. Insiders claim they may have violated certain PR-related clauses written into her contract. If the whispers are true, Disney may be exploring options that include clawing back bonuses, canceling back-end deals, or even pursuing partial reimbursement. One anonymous source present at the alleged meeting quoted an exec as saying she burned down a billion-dollar brand with her own words. It's a harsh assessment, but one that, according to sources, received quiet nods around the boardroom. The original cartoon came out in 1937 and very evidently so. There is a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah, weird. So we didn't do that this time. No. So no prince or a different kind of prince. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie Andrew Burnup. Great dude. It's really not about the love story at all, which is really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut.